my band had to still I hop on the beat and I float like a real. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle.
It's week 5 of the National Football League, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Bengals and the Ravens under the lights on Sunday night.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup. Bottom line, there are not many defenses in the league that seem up to the The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. Well, they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 22 carries, 84 yards and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
From the 31, Mayfield. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Mayfield on play action. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. On the option, this is Mayfield. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Baker Mayfield with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers. Now Patterson to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. Ball 3 on the play, and it brings up 35 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Rodgers. This one left side caught by Patterson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Dancing to his left. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The Bengals hit 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
They scored 7 points in their last game, but that's absolutely not going to cut it in the NFL because points, they have to be scored in order to win. They've got to find a way to generate some more offense.
Third down, here's Patterson. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Patterson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes?
Touchdown! Michael Thomas, 29 yards. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw here complete to Kelsey. That one a first down pickup of 8.
With every game, with every season, Travis Kelsey, he just confirms his greatness. A streak of 1,000-yard seasons is now up to 6, and he's made 7 straight Pro Bowls, and his numbers have ranked him among the best tight ends to have ever played in the NFL. Another first down right there to add to his career total.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After a 1-point game, 7. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Taken in at the 11. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
From the 17, Rodgers. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Patterson on the draw play. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Back to Renfrow again, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. They run over center with Mitchell. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a pickup of 6. Mayfield to throw it this time. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 1st down, here's Mitchell. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. This is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. 20. He will score. Touchdown, Ravens.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Rodgers now on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be second down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. They find some open field here.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We start over in London, Game 2 of this year's International Series, as it's the New York Giants as the visitors taking on Green Bay, where it was the hope.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Hardman on the return. Oh, able to avoid him. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. Pushes him over. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now that's what he can do when he keeps attempts at football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers.
Quickly a slant to Renfro.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Rodgers' throw pulled in by Renfro. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They'll start by running the option to the right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Baltimore. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Mayfield now. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
On the handoff, Mitchell.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down.
Another run to Mitchell.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A give here to Mitchell.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down.
A lot of pressure here for Cade York.
This to at least make it a 5-point cushion.
York able to send this one through.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Open man is Uzama. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Rodgers to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by a field goal. 26 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Mayfield. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is out of bounds. 20 seconds to go as he does pick up a first down.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Mayfield to throw. He gets this complete to Diggs. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Now Mayfield.
Now he's flushed out left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Mayfield. This for all the marbles.
And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Cincinnati, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.